Hi, my name is Lara Hammer and I'm one of the co-founders of MillenniDREAM Foundation. MillenniDREAM Foundation has a goal of tackling youth unemployment in Croatia, which has been one of the pressing issues since we declared independence. Today, we are witnessing the highest number of young people leaving Croatia for better job opportunities abroad. What we want to do is gain and train volunteers, set a website and media presence, and develop and organize creative awareness raising workshops, engage with the community, engage external partners that would then sponsor young people's social enterprise idea. We do hope that we will establish after a while a permanent support system, and even though we are still on the ideation phase, we are developing quite fast. We are very enthusiastic, and as young people, this project is very dear to us because it's about us. When it comes to Croatian education system, I tend to be very critical because I do believe it's focused way too much on theory. And even though I am aware that theory is a base for everything, and that without theoretical knowledge you won't get far when it comes to practical things, I still think that we are paying way too much attention to theory and theory only. And one of the reasons why I decided to go and study in England is because they were much more focused on practical things. They kind of like taught me how to think. Let's put it that way. And even though I do have a great respect for Croatian teachers, I do believe that education system in Croatia needs to change ASAP.
Hi everyone, how are you? How is the conference going? I hope all is well and that you enjoy it. My name is Antonia and I'm one of the co-founders of the MillenniDREAM project. I'm currently in Strasbourg doing my internship, so apologies for the bad video quality. I'm doing it on my phone. I just thought I may answer some of the questions you seem to be interested in. So the first question was whether our project aims to help young people who are not in higher education to get employed easier. And the simple answer is yes. Actually, that was one of the main ideas behind our project, to educate young people on employability skills, but also to motivate them on becoming social entrepreneurs themselves. The end goal of ours is to create a pool of potential donors who would be willing to actually support young people and the realization of their social entrepreneurship idea. So in that way we would help young people to become their own employers, basically, and to live off of their idea and their passion and their life, meanwhile while also supporting their communities. Not only with the monetary funds, we as our project would support the social entrepreneurships with our help and guidance on the business plans and everything else. Second question was what kind of social innovations would we suggest to improve and enable the employment of young people. We are learning ourselves and we are becoming more and more aware of the fact that there are so many social entrepreneurships in Croatia already, and which no one knows of, and they're not talked about enough. And one of the main reasons for that is the fact that the social enterprise is not legally recognized in Croatia as they are in the other European Union countries. So one of the main things I personally believe is to increase conversation, to educate and make people aware of what social entrepreneurship is, and to bring out examples like the Hedona company, which is based in Križevci, and it's actually a chocolate factory which is run and which mainly employs disabled people. So that's an example of a social enterprise because they help a socially vulnerable group, meanwhile while making profit. I believe that young people will, first of all, be educated and motivated themselves to become social entrepreneurs. That's kind of all the main idea of our project. But also they should be aware of where to look for jobs. If you don't want to become social entrepreneur yourself, but you want to be involved in such a project, that way you will know where you need to go and where you need to look for a job and how you do it, hopefully with our help on the employability skills. There's so many different ideas, and this video needs to be too short for that. Third question is what is the experience of young people in the UK when finding employment? So this is kind of a difficult one for me to answer, mainly because I moved out of the UK after I finished uni, but I can tell you that throughout the 3 years I was there, I was at the University of Northampton studying law. I was, throughout the entire 3 years, actively motivated and encouraged to do any extracurricular activity I could, including volunteering and part-time work, and I was enabled by the help from the university and the agencies they partner with. And they also have a team that works specifically on helping you find volunteering and employment opportunities. And they help you with building your CVs, your LinkedIn profiles. They teach you how to self-reflect and find out what your strengths and weaknesses are, and how you need to approach the employer, how you need to approach your interviews, how you need to adapt your CVs and motivation letters for every particular job. And they're all specifics that you just need to learn by experience. It doesn't happen on its own.
Hi guys, my name is Bruna. I'm one of the co-founders of MillenniDREAM, alongside with lovely Lara and Antonia. Just kind of a quick note to say that we're very much supporting your idea. Make a smart choice. When Sandra emailed us, we felt kind of very honored and privileged, so thank you so much for kind of requesting this really from us, and good luck to all of your future stuff, because it seems to me and that your kind of idea has very much all the values that MillenniDREAM focuses on as well, and that is obviously to tackle youth unemployment. So one of the things that obviously happened very recently for us was our trip to Chicago, which you might have heard of. We kind of tried to kind of make it all out there in the media because we think it's really important, right? So tackling youth unemployment is an issue that's been in Croatia for some time, and we really think that collectively it's in our duty to kind of do something about that. The idea of kind of combining social entrepreneurship in that seemed very interesting to us, just because social entrepreneurship as a concept hasn't been developed as much in Croatia like it is, for example, in the UK and in America and things like that. So we kind of came up with the idea of basically creating a foundation, an interesting creative space for young people to share their ideas, to kind of hear from successful young people across the whole world, maybe to organize some sort of employability fairs, and all sorts of kind of different things in terms of like training, giving young people like ourselves, like you, some sort of skills as well, in terms of confidence, in terms of building kind of some sort of networking skills, communication skills, all of that. So right now we're in kind of paperwork stage. We're trying to finalize all that, and then hopefully get you guys on board, get everyone from kind of young people, because we really need to do this together. Our trip to Chicago was amazing. we kind of learned a lot from that. We are very grateful that we were chosen to attend, because so many different groups around the whole world apply. We've met so many incredible young people who shared with us their ideas, and there's some sort of projects that they're developing at the moment. One is in particular that kind of resonated with me, and that's furniture banks. They opened a big warehouse where they store furniture. It's a second-hand furniture, so people who kind of don't need it in their homes, they kind of, instead of just fly tipping, they could basically give it to those guys. And what happens with that furniture is that basically low-income families can access that for free. So they also now have network of volunteers and all sorts of things, and that story really amazed me, and it's something that really resonated with. Again, every project is different, so we still have some sort of questions unanswered, because like you might find as well, because every project is different, the nature of a project is that whatever you're doing, you kind of need to try that yourself. You need to learn from like your own individual project. Just to hear from Bill Clinton as well and Hillary, just standing a few meters from them, was amazing as well, just because they're high profile people, and who we kind of only saw in the news growing up and things like that. So that was great. And Chelsea as well. Chelsea is their daughter who started that whole initiative. And even though we didn't get any sort of funding, we're still grateful that we've attended, and we kind of know that there have been so many different projects and so many incredible things that were happening in one place. So we're kind of aiming now towards European Union funds and all sorts of different things in the pipeline, which I'm hoping are going to come true. And we wish you all the good luck as well with your own project, your own initiative. And yes, if you have any sort of questions, anything like that, please email us, and we'll do our best to help. And yeah, we'll keep you updated.